I can't hear you. If you record it to your cloud, you're going to have to download it from your computer.
Okay, so
I'm
recording right now from JoJo's account.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I think so. She said the cloud was full, but she couldn't download it. So that's all I'm saying. It's all right. Do it.
Okay. So I guess since we're recording, we should probably introduce the meeting. Greetings. This is Mona Sims coming to you from Okinawa, Japan. It is Wednesday morning for me and Tuesday evening for all my friends in the States. And I am thrilled and honored and so blessed to have each and every one of you here. Most of us just got off the corporate call, and they were talking about a big announcement, how excited they are to finish out this year super strong and to get people really excited about New Year's kickoff. Now, if you're like me, you might be a little confused, like, so what was the big announcement? Is it a big push? Is it one enrollment a week? What is the big announcement? So if somebody that is on our Rock Your Life call sat in on that call and got something that maybe I might have missed, would you mind raising your hand and sharing?
I don't think you missed anything, sweet Mona. I think we're all thinking what you're thinking. We're just not quite sure, but the mission is for us to just have momentum, enroll at least 15 people, and we will be rewarded in January, and understand how we'll be rewarded and how it will help us really move our business to another level next year. That's my takeaway.
I love it. I love it. And you know what's fascinating is I sat on a mastermind with a friend earlier this morning, and we were talking about working in 12-week increments. And it's based on a book that she's reading. And one of the things that she was talking about is starting in October through December, act as if October 1 is your January 1. So we always think about New Year's resolutions. You're going to lose 10 pounds. You're going to, do this with your business. You're going to do this with your family. You're going to do all of these things January 1. But what if we said October 1 is our new January 1? And whether that be health goals, fitness goals, business goals, relationship goals, whatever your goals might be, over the next few days, really think about if October 1 was January 1 and you woke up and you partied bringing in the new year, what would your goals be? If October 1 was January 1, and you were going into a new year and you were as excited about what the year was going to bring, what would those goals be? And those goals aren't necessarily for us to share here and now, but it is something for us to be thinking about. Because without knowing what your goal is, then what is your purpose? Whether it be, like I said, in this business or building relationships or managing your household or in your traditional job, whatever that might be, think about what you're really working for if January 1 was next week. So as they talked about, as they were getting us excited about going into the new year strong, and it might be with Vibrant Health. Maybe it's, instead of dropping 10 pounds, maybe it's have a shake a day. Maybe it's take your vitamins every day. Maybe it's drink, 8 glasses of water, whatever it might be. Think about October 1 being your January 1. It related to our business. What is it going to take to get your 1 enrollment a week? If you say, I'm kicking off my new year with a bang and this is going to be my year to build, how many contacts is that? Think about that over the next week so that when you go into October 1, you're going off fresh and excited and ready to build. Typically, we start our get-togethers, which I absolutely love, with gratitude. And I was thinking about, because this 12-week thing, about gratitude is something that I'm hoping that we're all practicing, either starting our day, ending our day, or both with gratitude. Basic gratitude for, I'm so glad I have running water and electricity, because you know what? My friends in coastal Carolina don't. Maybe it's gratitude for somebody sending you a nice message. As we think about gratitude going into this meeting, I want us to think about all of our friends in North Carolina who have had to go without, and for not long periods of time. It seems like forever when it's 100 million degrees and humidity is at 100% and you have no AC. When you're concerned because you've evacuated and you don't know if you're coming back to a house or to a house that's completely ruined, take a minute. Take a minute to just be grateful for what you've got going on in your own household, in your own life. The fact that you live in a first world country where we've got running water, I think it's pretty great. But instead of verbalizing our gratitude, I want us to verbalize a win. Did anyone have a win over this past week? And it can be business related, it can be fitness related, it can be health related, it can be raising your child related, it can be anything. Did you do something little bitty, because all those little bitty things that make really big things? Did you do something little bitty that you're really proud of yourself for, and you haven't been able to tell anyone because you haven't really been given the opportunity to share what that is? So I want someone to just pipe in with a little one or a big one, something that you feel really good about.
I'll go.
Harmony, what did you say?
I guess mine is basically, so like the past week has been really rough for me. I've just kind of been in a weird funk. I just started going back to work. I got back into my routine. Finding that routine took a little bit of process and stuff like that. And so now I'm in it. And all of last week, I didn't do any working out. And it's funny too, thinking about it, because that whole week I just felt really run down. I felt like I was in a fog. I felt like I just wasn't myself. And I was like, this should be an exciting time. I'm back at work. I'm back in a routine. And that's what I was missing. I was missing my daily workouts. And so I forced myself out of bed this morning and I got in my workout, and it really set my day. And even though it was just one day, one workout, I can tell that my body has responded better to it, because not only was I starting my day off with a workout, but I was starting my day off with my shake, and they just, they correlated and they set my day up. And, it was just like, okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to continue doing, because this is what I was missing last week. So
Congratulations. First of all, good for you for recognizing that you needed to start your day off with this, and that they do go together.
mm-hmm.
Right? Your workout and your shake and your mental health and your energy all go together. And it's so easy when you take a break off, you take a week off, it turns into a couple weeks, it turns into a month, it turns into 3 months, it turns into, well, I'm in the last quarter of the year, I'll wait till the new year. And then all of a sudden you haven't moved your body in days, weeks, months. And so you took a week off. And now you really appreciate working out. Good for you. So proud of you. That is a win. And that is a bigger win than what you realize. That's not a little win. That's a big win. That's great job. Good stuff. Anybody else have a win out there that they're really proud of, and they know that this is the forum and the time and place to share it?
I'll go.
What you got, Paul?
So first, Harmony, just want to say congratulations. I started towards the end of last year a new fitness program, and you'll find that you'll start trying to talk yourself out of going, but your body's going through the motions and going anyhow. And it was probably a 10-minute drive for me to get there, and probably the whole time I woke up, packed my gym bag, got halfway there, was constantly trying to talk myself out of it, but I kept going there and just eventually got there. And eventually you just go, you don't talk yourself out of it anymore. So congratulations on day one. Keep going. My win this week, my son is 16. He struggles with his grades in high school. He's got ADD or ADHD a little bit, and all the struggles he's had in school, I had. So we actually had a meeting. I wasn't very excited about it. They did a psych test with him, and I have an open mind. I was open to it. I learned about what they were going to do, and so we went ahead and did it. During the review after he did it, I forgot to tell you, he's also on medication for it, which I'm not excited about either. I don't like being medicated, and you know his medication's been changed a few times without my notification. So kind of got my guard up a little bit. And sure enough, part of it started talking about his medication and how what he's taking really isn't helping with it. And maybe they need to change it, and maybe they need to add more. And I know that that's not the only answer. And I know that what we have with nutrition helps. It's not a one thing or the other. The both of them have to work together. So I stood up for what I believed in that meeting, which I'm proud I did. I've opened up a dialogue with his mom, who has been very closed off to anything related to it. And she just doesn't see that it's really all about what she's looking for. It's convenient. She doesn't have to go food shopping. She doesn't have to go meal planning. She doesn't have to do all this extra work. It's there. It's easy. It's simple. So that dialogue is kind of open up. So I'm kind of, I'm happy about that, about having an open mind. And I'm also happy about her having an open mind as well.
Man, that's like 50,000 wins all in one win. Because you touched on so many things that are just so important as far as mindset and philosophy and opening up other people's minds. And then you've got the whole relationship thing thrown in there that is its own dynamic. And so good for you, Paul. That's big. That's a big win. I kind of have chills as we talk about what we have to offer as far as transitioning from traditional medication to what this could offer someone, to just simple, healthy, quick meals, like no planning, no thinking. I like to tell people that I'm either the laziest person you're ever going to meet, or the one that can move the quickest, because I don't spend a lot of time meal prepping. I don't spend a lot of time cooking and cleaning. I do spend a lot of time running and moving and doing and playing and helping and contributing, because I'm not spending a lot of time at the grocery store or in the kitchen. So good for you, Paul. Do we have any other exciting wins out there? Little or big, what you got, guys? All right. Oh, Katya's got one. What you got, Katya?
I'll go. It's a little, I don't know, it seems a little bit silly, but so I'm not a big fan of heights, right? So heights are not my friend, really. And we went hiking in Zion on Saturday with the family. And at the end of the hike, we went to an outlook point that was suggested. And, we started, and of course, to look out on something, you have to get high up first. And it was a pretty steady climb, but then at one point, there was what looked like just like scaffolding in the rocks on one side, and it went down on the other side. So it was a little bridge thingy, some wooden boards and some little railing that went around. And a while ago I would have been like, okay guys, I'll see you when you come down, or I would have been hanging on to my husband, and I was just like, nope, I got this. So I didn't look down, I just walked over it, and then on the way down, actually they took a picture of me on it, so I have proof that I did it. And it seems a little bit silly, but for me, really, heights are just, I get shaky, I get dizzy, it's not a good thing. So so that was good.
That is good. And there's a reason why your children want to spend their very important birthdays with you and not out with their friends, because their mom's totally cool. And even though they know that you didn't necessarily want to climb, you did. And what does that do? That makes them want to get out and climb with you. And you're showing them, be stronger than your fears and have a little fun out there. So
yep.
Good for you. And the pictures are amazing. I hope you guys had a wonderful time.
Sure did. Right. We'll take you, I promise.
Thank you. All right, guys. So I love starting off with wins and gratitude. And I think that wins are so important. As an endurance athlete, and I'll caveat that by saying I'm a very slow endurance athlete right now. It really is all the 3-milers that turn into 5-milers, that turn into 12-milers, that turn into 20-milers. But you got to start with walking out the door. And you got to start with just putting one foot in front of the other. And you got to start by learning how to run to the end of the block. And then that end of the block turns into a mile. And over time, all those little wins, like just putting on your shoes or just getting out the door or just getting to the end of the block, really do turn into, after months or years or whatever, you can look up and be like, wow, look what I just did. And I think that that correlates to our business in such a big way, because it's that one message, that one phone call, that one extra Zoom that you get on, that one other event that you make happen. It's all those little bitty things that seem little at the time that add up over time to a business that you can be really proud of. And whether your business be helping a few people and cycling once a month, because that has value to those people you just helped, or your business be $1 million, super revenue generating business in which you're able to give back to the community in bigger ways than you ever thought possible. Either way, your business matters to somebody. And I hope it matters to you. And I hope that sending out that one scary message, or listening to that one podcast, or joining in one of these team calls, or heading out to Chicago to go to an event, know that over time, it matters. Because you're affecting not only your life, but people's lives who are watching you do something interesting, big, outside the box, something that's making you a better, more interesting, more vibrantly healthy person. So it's those little bitty steps. And one person that I want to recognize today, and I want to really ask how and why she chose it, is our good friend Laura. So Laura has been hosting challenges for the past few months, and I've been kind of watching from the sidelines and haven't really been jumping in, but I do watch, I do observe, I do take note, and I do realize that she's not only helping her business unit, but she's really making an impact on the people who she puts it out to and who she supports. So Laura, if you wouldn't mind taking yourself off mute and answering a couple of questions about these challenges. Can I put you on the spot?
You can. And can I just say that Japan treats you well? You look so beautiful and vibrant, I must say.
You're kind. Thank you.
No, I'm honest. I'm not kind. I'm honest.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And if I jumped into your challenges, I would probably feel even better being out there on the beach in a swimsuit. So I'm thinking about it. I'm still watching. But if you wouldn't mind sharing with us why you originally started creating your Rock Your Health fitness challenges.
Well, if you think about it, okay, so our role, right, obviously is to help people, just like the Cougar said, free them from physical and financial pain, right? So the challenges, and we do that through customer acquisition, as they talked about at NYKO last year, order basket, and retention. It hits all three of those. Okay, so if I think about my current team, the people that I've brought on, it brings them back to, okay, I need to get another reset. That helps them bring them back to ordering more products, so they're going to feel better, so they're going to stay on the product. So that helps ignite the fire in the people that I'm already working with. And then the other piece is obviously bringing more people onto our team, bringing more people to better health so they feel better and they can reach their goals. And the great thing about these, and Mona, as you know, like when we've done these together before in the past, people love these at home exercises that we combine with the fuel, because there are a lot of people out there that aren't endurance runners like you, don't like to go to the gym like I do, don't like to, have time to do it because they're traveling all the time. And so having at-home workouts combined with the nutrition really meets that need for people. And so while I've been this is my second 11-day reset, which is really a 9-day cleanse, but I always call it an 11-day because it's 11 days. You got to prep 2 days for your shakes and then your 9-day cleanse after that. But I never sell. I never recommend a 9-day for a new person. It's always a 30-day. I'm always not even the 30-day. I'm always going with the value pack first. But I never ever lead with that, even if they're calling me about that 11-day, because we all know once you're on the product, you're going to want to order after that 11 days. And if they don't, then they can return it all in the first 30 days. So really the purpose behind is team support, of all of us here who want our own personal reset, current people that we're working with that are not building a business and creating energy around that, order basket, and acquiring more customers. And it's a great, I mean, for me, it's a great kind of, if you want to call it prospecting tool. So in addition to building to events, I'm building to challenges as well. So it's just another way. So, I mean, I'd encourage anyone, if you haven't, to use this as a tool to bring people into your organization. Does that help?
It does. It does. You know, when I keep hearing as business builders, we have to add value.
Yeah.
How are we adding value? You know, our products are amazing. And we all know that. We wouldn't be on this call if we didn't have complete belief in our products. Either we have had a transformation, we've seen people have transformations, we just feel a lot better. Something has gone on because of the products that have led us to this call. But if we want to lead other people to this call, we have to get them on the products. And we have to add additional value. And I think that that's, as an observer of your challenges, you are adding tremendous value because you're adding in the workouts, you're adding in the support, you're adding in this group, like amazing online dynamic. And to me, that's value added. So as we think about, if October 1 is our January 1, and October 1 is how we're going to reignite our business and we're going into our new year really strong, our challenge is how you're adding value. Like in Laura's situation, she's adding tremendous value by doing that. Could you piggyback off Laura's group challenges? I bet she would let you. I bet if you contributed and brought more challengers to a reset, she would embrace that and love that. Do you have an idea for how you can prospect, how you can support, how you can add value, how you can increase the basket, how you can have a good reason to be talking with people about what we do? If you've got those, share them and rock your lives. Send us private messages. If you want some group support, then you've got a group of people that are all here just rooting for you and want to see you succeed. One more question, Laura. On your resets, as you're putting the word out that a reset is starting, how far in advance do you feel like it's necessary to really start kind of plugging it and reaching out to people and talking to people about joining the next reset?
Probably 2 weeks minimum, right?
Okay.
Because you want people to get product, right? And it's going to take a little bit of time for you to, you to make that connection and for them to get product. So, I would say 2 weeks. I mean, I like to try to do it at least 3 weeks. I don't want to do it too far out because then you kind of lose that momentum a little bit. But I would say, I mean, Mona, you have done an incredible job with your, amazing, and it's been a gift to partner with you. So this is all about all the learnings that I've taken from you and that we've taken from other people. So I think that, it's not just my challenges, it's a ton, it's all this stuff that you've done, that I've done, that we can just continue to build on with other people's ideas. And I think that, the team piece is huge. I wanted to thank Kate. I don't know if she's on here, but she's going to start doing posts on all the fitness stuff. She jumped in and she said, how can I help you? And so I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Kate. So because the posting takes time. So you want to post and you want to keep people excited, but that takes time. And we also want to focus in on what we also are prospecting people. We're also loving on people. We're coaching people. So it's an additional layer. So the more, if you're open to wanting to help in these challenges, we want you to help, like Mona said. And, and she asked me, she said, how can I help? I said, oh my gosh, you are our yoga balance person on our cleanse days. Do something, whatever you want to do, just support the challenge. And I think the more of us that are in it, the more fun it is, right? So anyway, that's my 2 cents, but I'm just grateful for everything that you and I did together, because I think it really helps make each challenge easier, because we learn and we get a little bit better and we get a little more on autopilot, right? But more ideas, are huge, more ideas from anyone, because it's just our brains. And we know that more brains are going to help us bring more value to the challenges.
Absolutely. And I love to say, many hands make light work. And in loving people, supporting people, it's so true. You know, if Laura for some reason can't be online because she's taking kids to tournaments and she's driving all over the place, knowing that Paul or Kate or Harmony or Jojo or somebody else is loving on her people makes her feel at ease. Like, all right, my people are being taken care of. They're being cheered for on this day that I can't necessarily be online. So the more that we can consolidate and do stuff as a group, it just makes the load a little lighter for each of you. And that's the beauty of being on a team. And that's the beauty of having people that are really looking out for everybody to succeed. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents about that. I just love watching what Laura's doing. And I would love to know when she's ready to decide if she wants to do another 11-day reset next month, and maybe more of us can jump in on it. Because once again, like she said, it's a great prospecting tool. It's a great reason to have a conversation with new people as well as existing product users. And it's a great way to let people know that they are getting something more from us than just some shakes, because they're getting a lot more from us than just some shakes.
And, you know, a couple more comments, sorry, and I'll be quiet. But, you know, I've had, like, you know how sometimes you'll have someone start and they just don't get started quite, like, for some reason they just have a block. Like, oh my gosh, this stuff came up for work, and they're starting, but they're not really, no matter what you're doing to encourage them, you know, they're just having they don't fast start really well. And so I've seen it as a real help to say, okay, you know what? We've just been putting the shakes in your body, haven't been consistent, and that's okay. Like, at least you're putting the shakes in your body. Guess what? We're having an 11-day reset. So now that you've been drinking these shakes, and yes, you forgot your ionics, yes, you forgot your isoflex and your accelerator, but we're all going to do this together now. So do you want to start? And that's like 3 women who are in this are like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, you know, and they've had the product for 2 weeks, but they just haven't been able to get into a system, even though they're in the Rock Your Health page, even though I've given them all the tools they need. So that's just another thing to think about. And your whole conversation about October 1st being January 1st, as soon as you said that, I'm like, okay, that is what I'm going to be. That is what I'm marketing is now. Why wait for New Year's resolution? Start now. And I think that's a great way we can start a reset for next month. And it's a great way for us to kind of really try to get our 15. So anyway, so yeah, I want to do something next month for sure. So I'll let you know. Stay posted.
Yes, I look forward to it. As soon as you figure out when and what we want to do, post it in Rock Your Life. And then friends, tag your teammates, tag your product users, let them know that they're invited, and let them know that they're invited. They're welcome to invite friends, because the more people that do this, there is synergy, there's accountability, there's a reason why we want to do this all as a group. And I know that as I've done challenges in the past, and I'm sure Laura can say this too, doing this and being involved in this makes you stick with your shakes. Like, you're not going to host a challenge about drinking shakes and doing cleanses and not drink shakes and do cleanses. So from your own healthy perspective, when you start inviting people to do this, then you kind of obligate yourself to do it. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be held accountable because of these challenges.
Well, and it's so true because, you know, tomorrow is our first cleanse day, but I forgot I had a meeting on Thursday, a lunch meeting, and I'm like, crap, you know. So I cleansed yesterday and today. Now, I'm not telling the big group that I'm doing, but I'm right now on my second cleanse day. And when JoJo was like, are you going to be on the call? I'm like, I hope I can make it, because I'm on day 2 of my, my second cleanse. But I am not doing it because I am cheering everyone else on. So you're so right, Mona. It's like, for selfish reasons, being part of it, you hold yourself accountable, because you cannot be cheering other people on and doing that if you're not doing the do, right? I mean, we have to be the leaders. We have to walk the walk.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for those of you guys that are trying to figure out, how am I going to get 1 enrollment a week or 1 enrollment a month, or whatever your goal is, utilize next month's challenge. Really go into look at what Laura's doing, look what she's posting, so that you can talk about it with people, so you can post about it in your social media, so that you can reach out to your old product users that maybe you want to reignite and bring them back into our community. It's such a great tool and such a great reason to reach out to people. And if anything, people are just going to be happy to hear from you, even if it has nothing to do with Isogenics. Do remember that there are people in your community, whether it be your online community, your neighbors, people from your church, your kids' parents that are your friends. They want to hear from you. So even if it has nothing to do with Isogenics, having those conversations is important. Okay, I was going to keep this like to 15 minutes. I had no desire to keep you guys on so late, but I got and it's still early for me, and I'm not at the end of a 2-day cleanse. So I'm just keep on chatting, but I'm going to kind of bring it to a close, and I'm going to quit chatting now. But I am going to ask that you guys do 2 things. One, go to Rock Your Health, check out Laura's post about what she's doing with her challenge so that you can be excited and ready about next month's challenge. The other thing that I want you to do is, if you wouldn't mind, at some point in time, send me a private message. So we have got 1,000+ people in our Rock Your Life group, and we have a handful of people that join our meetings. When I talk about value added, not only to our clients, but also to our Isogenics Rock Your Life teammates, these calls are so important. And I know that we can do a better job of adding value to each of you. If you could see this call being a certain way, and you're envisioning like exactly what you want from these calls, what would these calls entail? What do you want from these calls? What will make you not only show up every week, but what will make you want to invite other friends, other product users, other potential business builders, other builders to join in on this call? Because at the end of the day, it's all about value added. And if October 1 is our new year, then let's really start off in all facets to let October 1 be our new year, where we just really hit the ground running with excitement about our health and wellness and about building our business. So that's what I'm asking you the 2 favors that I'm asking you. Go check out Laura's post, send me a private message. If you don't want me to share what you shared, fine. If you want me to share it, but without your name, I can do that. If you want me to share it and tell the world, then I'm happy to do that too. So I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for being here. I would be really lonely if I was doing a Zoom call all by myself. I'm not lonely because I got some friends. I would feel really, really far away if it weren't for Zoom and having each and every one of you guys be in my life. So thank you for that. And I will look forward to seeing you guys rock your health, rock your life, and private messaging me. So thank you for your time. I hope this recorded. Vince, if it didn't, I'm sorry. And I'm going to say good night to each and every one of you, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
See you, Mona.
Bye-bye.
How do they say it over there? Konnichiwa?
That's hello. Sayonara. And see you later. Goodbye.